Hi everybody, Paul here again. In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to bleed brakes on a vehicle, so stay tuned. There are a lot of different ways to bleed brakes. However, the way that I'm about to show you is the easiest, simplest, safest, and most inexpensive. This is the least harmful to brake systems. It does not require any special tools, pumps, or bleeder screws. It allows for observation of any air bubbles coming out of the brake lines. It guarantees to get rid of any air bubbles in the brake lines. It guarantees that no air will enter back into the brake lines. You do not have to pump the brake pedal. And it can be performed by just one person. It's called gravity brake bleeding, and you're not going to believe how easy this is to do. To gravity bleed the brakes, start at the wheel that's farthest away from the brake master cylinder and work your way back towards the brake master cylinder. On this vehicle, I'll first bleed the right rear, then the left rear, then the right front, then the left front. Always remember to keep adding brake fluid to the brake master cylinder reservoir and never let it go empty. This will prevent any air from entering the brake lines. One other huge caveat is if your vehicle has anti-lock brakes like this vehicle, then locate the ABS module, which will look similar to this. If the ABS module is located in the front half of the vehicle like this one, then everything still applies. However, if the ABS module is located in the rear half of the vehicle, then start at the wheel that's farthest away from the ABS module and work your way back towards the ABS module. The only thing you'll need besides fresh brake fluid are the following. You'll need a wrench, preferably a flared wrench, to loosen the bleeder screws. You'll need some clear plastic tubing with a 5/16 of an inch outside diameter. This will have an inside diameter of 3/16 of an inch. You can usually find this at any hardware or big box store. I purchased this at Home Depot and it only cost a few dollars. You'll also need some kind of waste container that has a screw top lid. This way you can safely dispose of the old brake fluid. Most auto parts stores that take used motor oil will usually take old brake fluid. Next, remove the lid from the brake master cylinder reservoir and remove all the old brake fluid. You can always use a turkey baster, which is what I like to use. Just make sure the turkey baster is clean on both the inside and outside before using it. Once you remove the old brake fluid, fill it back up to the full line with new brake fluid from a closed container. This way, when the gravity bleeding is completed, you'll have new brake fluid in all the brake lines. You'll need to gain access to the back side of each wheel. It'll make it a lot easier to do that if you raise the wheel off the ground. Always be sure to observe all safety precautions when working underneath a vehicle, and always be sure to use safety stands. So here's the right rear wheel, which I'll start with. First, remove the bleeder screw cap. Next, open the bleeder screw counterclockwise just a little to make sure brake fluid is coming out, and then close it. If you have any trouble opening the bleeder screw, then just put a little PB blaster on the brake bleeder screw threads and wait 15 minutes. You might want to even use a socket to crack it open for the first time. Next, cut a length of clear plastic tubing, which has a length from the bleeder screw to the ground. Next, push the end of the clear plastic tubing over the bleeder screw and place the other end of the clear plastic tubing into the waste container. If you have trouble getting the plastic tubing onto the bleeder screw, then just soak the end of the tubing in some hot water. Next, open the brake bleeder screw a quarter turn. Now gravity will take over and cause the brake fluid to flow into the waste container. The amount of time you leave each bleeder screw open will vary. Just be sure to let it bleed until the fluid runs clear and free of bubbles. Retighten the bleeder screw and repeat this step at each wheel. Before test driving the vehicle, start it up and push down on the brake pedal. The brake pedal should feel nice and firm and hold constant pressure without dropping. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and please be sure to subscribe. God bless you and have a great day. Bye for now. And while you guys are fixing your vehicle, Sparky and I will be recycling ourselves.